Hey everybody, Charlie here. I'm just gonna see wherever it lets me back in this game. Since the last time I was playing and streaming, it glitched and I couldn't go any further, so I stopped.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy. My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place.
Did this really start me over at the very beginning? Let me see if there's a... It didn't save anything from the other day. This is all very, very old.
Reel off the film. Open the camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in. Close the camera. Load the film. Activate the timer. Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is. What? Is that a person? I must help them. I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible. I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was. It was my sister, my twin, a part of me, dead. Impossible to comprehend. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. It's not possible. It's not true. There's no need to worry. Everything is fine. Everything will be fine. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
What are you doing?
Go, Eric! Run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone. I would have to pretend to be Martha forever.
So I did stream this recently, or streams a little bit of it recently, and apparently it did not save. I thought that it auto-saved, but see, that's crazy. It is here. At any rate, I was thinking about the fact that, you know, I'm sure things were very different back then as far as what they did with bodies after death. But it says that this is a day after her death. Wouldn't her body start to smell? I know they probably embalmed it, but I don't know. It just seems weird, but maybe I just don't understand because times are different.
Praying is pointless. It's just a way of soothing your conscience by trying to ease the pain. But I don't want the pain to ease. What would I be left with then? Mummy always finds something for everyone to do. Books, books, and more books. In our villa, there must be 10 times more than even here. Mummy and Daddy. They are the epitome of wealth and elegance. But pain pays no heed to money and style. This painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his paintings. As a child, I used to look at them for hours. The only way people could tell Martha and me apart was by dressing differently. Even Mother couldn't tell us apart. I can't turn it off. We have to listen to the radio all of the time. Any news and announcements can be vital. July 17th, 1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. Ernesto E. and family. July 17th, 1944. Our hearts are with you and we share your grief in the wake of the tragic loss of your dearest Julia. Monsignor Attilio D.
Hey, Spaz, what's up?
July 17th, 1944, Ministry of War. Director General for Conscripts and NCOs. We are grieving over your sudden loss, and we send you our heartfelt condolences. The Lieutenant Colonel Rapporteur.
How's your day going?
An old painting.
Oh, nice.
I find it so sad. It communicates a sense of deep
Yeah, so
solitude.
I was streaming this the other night, and it glitched out, and it didn't save, so I have to start over.
Use the phone right now. Daddy Zobo, we were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is.
Well, we might be able to, but this is mostly just a narrative game. There's no combat or anything like that.
Daddy, Mummy, and my grandparents. It seems almost impossible that Father is a soldier. Mother would have been more suitable if she wasn't a woman. These hunting rifles are not Daddy's. He never went hunting. Nanny must have left them here. Never a moment's peace, even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second. Daddy's canes. They are so beautiful, but I can't say why, but they have always scared me. Everything always has to be perfect with her. What's happening? Who closed the door?
I don't trust that it's saying that it's auto-saved anymore.
Eric, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here? Of all places?
What? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
What are they talking about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irena? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Martha being deaf, and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Julia is dead, Irena. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all. You're crazy.
I'm the crazy one? Me? They have done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor, sweet, crazy girl. What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing. I miss you, Julia. I miss you.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich Kay was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died.
If you're watching
better for me
Spaz,
too
it's
that
about
people
to
thought
get
that.
weird.
But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares.
I'm pretty sure this is the first gore scene.
has lost her soul. I stole her identity. I stole her identity. I stole her identity. I stole her identity.
Content warning, if you don't like gore, please look away. Did you see that, Spaz?
It was just a dream. A horrible dream. That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality.
Yeah, I can't stop during cutscenes. I can't stop the game during cutscenes, and just, if I'm not talking, it's because there's storyline and narrative going on. That's why it's hard for me to be in a party with these kind of games. I just don't want you to wonder why I'm being quiet or something if I'm quiet at a certain point.
This is Martha and me at the festival of the Patron Saint. It was only a few months ago, and now...
No.
Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul?
No, I can't hear anything from you.
Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright. This is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened. Even more scary fairy tales.
I swear that's the merchant from Resident Evil Village.
always keep my trinket box locked.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all.
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together. The butterfly collection that Daddy made for me.
I would love a collection like that.
Nanny will be visiting me soon. It's me with the nanny. Or maybe it was Martha. No one can remember. I still like to have the books and games from when I was little with me. Can I be Martha without her clothes? Mummy never wanted us to swap, so I don't know how she would take it. I could wear Martha's clothes instead, in the other wardrobe. Martha's clothes. To me, wearing them will be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see
Yeah,
her.
I don't.
Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe.
Oh, so you can just choose which one you want to do.
Everything I need is always in my bag. The key to my trinket box. Here is my diary. July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now.
Oh, that means the
July
beginning of this was
16th,
cut out too.
1944. There's something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the White Lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha. She's coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then, when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together. It's July 18th. They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble.
Oh, now I can hear you. What, the little button on the controller?
How wonderful the snow is. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow often around here.
Okay.
Dad loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad. There's no shortage of paintings in our house. Mum is passionate about painting.
Right.
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irene. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irene. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The sword makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right. But let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Mummy is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Yeah.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha...
I'm trying to see.
Ethel was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth. Firm bulwark even in the skies. 159 aircraft of the Germanic defense shot down in 24 hours. Major Russian operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy lost in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk. Julia Kay. Distressed but supported by faith. Irenei the mother, Erich the father, and Martha the sister sadly announced Julia's passing. The funeral will take place in La Romola, Thursday, July 20th at 9:30 p.m., departing from the property of the deceased. First improvements in food registration. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day as of April 20th. A kilo more every month of soup ingredients.
I have to use the restroom. I'm actually not interested in monetizing my channel. I appreciate that though. Yeah, it didn't seem like you saw that scene a little while ago. It was the scene where she cut her sister's face off. And then she put her face on her face. Like she cut, yeah. Is it before what? It was not too long. It was around the time you said you were getting on. Okay, sorry about that. I had to use the restroom and get myself situated.
Chocolate, a privilege for few people in these times. For Julia, to take more and more photos. Dad. I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out here. There might be... birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them. Bread, butter, jam, and coffee. Martha's typical breakfast. I prefer honey and milk, but I'll have to adapt to her tastes, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, did you see it? Oh, that's the exposure. I need to quit messing with that. Oh, it's this button, my bad.
Excellent. I've taken the picture, now it's straight to the darkroom in the cellar to print it. Daddy recently became a general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that
Right on.
only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't allow myself to forget.
Yeah.
Orgy Bonsu. On the day of Saint Alexis, the battle rages in the city top end.
What the hell? The moment I thought I saw... No, that's not possible. It must be this whole situation making me see things that don't exist.
The French to retreat to Piazza del Mercato. The situation is currently under control.
Florence, July 15th, 1944. General Erich K. As per our prior agreement, we are sending you military encrypted communication material. The device must remain hidden and secret. Hail. Feldmaskerallo, Carl H.
I'm having some
We are so
problems with
lucky.
my left knee
In these
today.
difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce. These could be of use to me.
I thought that was yesterday.
Daddy set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to.
It'd be crazy if somebody messed this part up over and over again.
Not a bad photograph.
Because they're
Seems
in
that
a...
the camera works
Cause it,
perfectly. Now I
because
can
it's a
take a
red
soft-on
room.
photo for Martha's frame.
Yeah.
Daddy had this device brought here last week. It's old, but still works. He has always loved everything technological. There are 3 baths when developing photos. The development bath, then the first rinse, and then the fixing bath. The second rinse is done directly in the sink afterwards.
Oof. To see if you can hear what? Oh, okay.
Camera is set up with the self-timer.
Right.
The photo is burnt. Sadly, it needs to be thrown away.
Okay. Do I have the camera? Do I? Oh, I don't need to go back and get it. What? No. is it? What are... Yeah, no. I have a friend who is obsessed with that movie. I'm not into it. I just did this freaking photo. I don't understand what happened. But, okay. Maybe I hit the wrong button and I didn't add it to the album.
Yes, this is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone. I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened. But suddenly, a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory. Of course the door is locked. The keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
Yeah, that's gotta be hard. I hate that I'm having to manually... Shit. I just scratched my freaking defibrillator too hard. No. Like, because I've lost so much weight. My pacemaker defibrillator pulse generator that they implanted in my chest, it sticks out further than it used to, and the scar... There's nothing for them to fix. They told me that if I lost weight, it would protrude. You can see that there's an implant in my chest. But, well, what would they do differently? They just put it under the skin. It's still going to stick out. Well, it's not pushing... It's not pushing through the skin. You can just see that there's a lump under the skin of something that's implanted underneath. The skin is fine. The scar itself is healing, but the last time they looked at it, they said it's keloiding really bad. So that it, you'd have to like Google it, but it's like a raised scar. It's like a raised red What is, there's nothing to fix. I mean, what are the, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. What would the purpose of taking it out? What would the purpose of taking it out? I'm so confused about what you're confused about. Okay, so no, it's not coming out of the skin. I'm saying that when you look at my chest, you can tell, you can see the device underneath the skin as if it was implanted there. There's nothing there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that before I lost all the weight, you could not see the device there. You couldn't see it. And now that I've lost the weight, it's sunk, you know, my chest is sunken in more. So you just see the shape of the device underneath the scar, underneath the skin. There's nothing. It's underneath the skin. I mean, it literally looks, it's a metal rock that's made of a battery. So, yeah, I don't, okay. Yeah, I'll just send you a picture. But if you ever want to Google it, it's just, it's called a CRT-D by Medtronic. No, CRT-D, D is in dog. Like CRT and then hyphen D.
Here's the camera flash. Now I can photograph Martha.
And it's made by Medtronic. It looks like a, yeah, it literally looks like a metal pebble. Well, if you search Medtronic CRT-D, it would show you. But, I mean, stuff. Like, you can't see the...
I've heard everything will play out on this new defensive line.
You can't, like, you know, see the device itself. It's underneath the skin. Yeah, it's by a company called Medtronic. Yeah.
I have to be careful not to wake them up.
Yeah, Medtronic is the company that makes it.
I shouldn't risk it really, but I love watching them sleep. It's the only time they're together and not fighting.
It's so weird to say I love watching my parents sleep. What do you mean? Oh. I mean, it's just, in a photo, it's just going to look like a small scar, but a red scar. But,
July 18th. Everything has changed. I feel like a different person. The best part of me left with Martha. My enthusiasm, my desire to live, and the will to joke around. I find myself alone, left to my own devices, confused with no desire or expectations. I was handling the cameras at the lake and there was a floating body on the water. I don't remember what I was doing before. Yet another memory lapse. That lifeless body was Martha's, my sister. Mummy ran up to me and hugged me, thinking I was Martha, and that I, Julia, was dead. I didn't correct her mistake, and now it's too late. If they find out I've been fooling everyone, I don't even want to think about it. I feel terribly guilty pretending to be Martha, pretending to be deaf. I took the photo for Martha's frame. I know it's too late now, and I felt incredible pain placing the picture. I said goodbye to her forever in that moment. I realized she was gone and there was no going back. I must do one thing for Martha. I must find out what happened. The partisans couldn't have killed her. That's just ridiculous. Lapo is my friend, and he is one of them. He loved us so much. We know all of them, so it's just impossible.
Okay, she was reading a journal entry, so I had to stop talking. Oh man, I scratched my scar really hard and now it hurts. Like a keloid scar, like for me, it itches all the time. And like anytime anything is up against it, like a strap on a shirt or something, it feels uncomfortable, yeah. It took me a lot of months to like not notice my scar every second of the day, to the point that it drove me crazy. I'm still not used to it. And I'm going to have to get the battery replaced every so many years. Every so many years, yeah. Yeah, because to be honest with you, healing from this surgery was brutal. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, I don't trust the autosave, so let's just save real quick.
I love the night, but this night scares me. In the dark, I can feel all the harm I've caused. It's getting closer with each step. I feel it brushing up against me like a cold wind. I hurt Martha. The closer I get to the lake, the more certain I am of this. How could it not be? I killed her to steal the love that everyone felt for her but didn't feel for me. How could I have done such a thing?
What the heck? There's like a grave here that I... Excuse me, miss. You look like a ghost, and I don't like that. I thought there was something else back here. I suppose I could always just pull up the map. I forgot about that. So I need to cross the bridge. Let's worry about getting to the bridge first. I need to give my dog her seizure medicine. She takes 3 total well, 4 total medicines. She takes an allergy medication, she takes an anxiety medication, and she takes 2 epilepsy medications. But I have to give her meds 5 times a day. Yeah. Well, she can't. That's the problem. Her liver is not happy about one of them, the controlled substance one. And I've said, can we try a different seizure med? And they're like, well, there's not really anything else as effective that we can try. And I'm like, okay, but you're telling me that we're damaging my dog's liver, and I don't have a choice. So, I don't know. It's really hard. But yeah, yeah, let's not talk about that right now. I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't have one either. That's so weird. Because I was having the same kind of pains a couple of days ago, and I said the same thing to Andrew, is this feels like when my appendicitis happened, and it felt like when my gallbladder problems were happening. But it wasn't, yeah. Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, so it's going to go up. We're going to stay to the right.
Oh no! Damn lamp! Luckily I still have my lighter with me. The cameras are somewhere around here. Two cameras left. One more camera to collect. A shred of fabric here in the woods. How strange. Let's take a photo of it and leave it where it is. That's it. I've got them all. These films are going to help me understand what happened. Now I should rush home to develop them. How could it have ended up here? It looks familiar.
No, it was saying that because it was saying that there was no one in the stream. Yeah. I wasn't tripping or nothing. What does XP do? What's the point in that?
Julia. Julia. Look really short for that door. Content warning. Content warning. There's gore in this scene. I'm just saying it out loud because of the content they're about to show.
Oh, yet another nightmare. She entered my dreams once more. Maybe she wants to talk to me. What am I saying? Fairy tales coming true. Yet I feel... No, these are the thoughts of a crazy person, and I'm not crazy. Damn it, what's all this blood? I'm not due yet and there's a lot more than usual. What's happening to me? Am I going to be joining Martha sooner than I thought? I have to wash up and do what needs to be done. If I'm sick, I have little time. The truth awaits me. It must be hidden within those walls.
I don't know.
That's better. But I still don't understand all of that blood. It's
No,
never happened
not
to me before,
necessarily.
but I'm not going to tell my doctor. Otherwise he'll make me stay in bed and rest.
Yeah, my mom didn't know that her battery was low, and it plays a tune at like a certain time every day when the battery gets low. You don't. That's why you have to get surgery to have. That's what. Yes, that's why you have to have surgery to replace the batteries. Yes. I don't know. Over 10 years.
It's very rude, but I could pick up the phone and listen to their conversation.
How are you doing?
She doesn't have the same one I do.
Worried, Father. Very worried. We found more partisan tracks in the woods, right next to the house. That Lapo, I suspect he may be involved in the death of...
No, please don't say that. It's not possible. I know the boy and I don't...
Father, anything is possible in these dark times. Anything. That boy didn't even come to say goodbye to Julia. Didn't they love each other dearly?
He must be terribly scared. And Julia always used to say that.
Yeah, sure, she used to say they were just friends, but you know too, right? Friends are not supposed to do such things, Father. Or are they? But anyway, you're defending them both. You, my husband, and even the nanny who, deep down, is a good woman.
The nanny. I believe the nanny is the one who hurt Julia. With her evil passion for those cards, they are cursed things. I hope you made them disappear.
Of course, I keep them safe in my room. Anyway, you must forgive me, Father. I have to go. They've come to pick me up. Have a good day.
You too.
Lapo's involved in Martha's death. My mother is losing her mind again. How could anyone even imagine such nonsense? And Don Attilio, he is a great friend, but what a weird view. Those cards are just a game. Most importantly, they're mine. Why on earth did they take them from me?
From the countryside, Archbishop Toccarelli will protest with the French.
25 ISO film. When the sun is high in the sky, it's perfect.
New ordinance for the safety of citizens.
Yeah, so I couldn't answer your question because there was dialogue.
General Edict
Hold on.
K. New rules on curfew and women's behavior. German command of S. Vincenzo Arturi. Telephone number 1185.
The population are advised to stay in their cells, or, where these do not exist, churches and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street, or who are found looking out of their windows. I shall repeat for clarity. New ordinance for the safety of citizens. From this moment on, it is forbidden for anyone to leave their homes and walk the streets of San Cassiano. All windows, including cellars, house entrances, and doorways, must remain closed night and day. The population are advised to stay in their cells, or, where these do not exist, churches, and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street, or who are found looking out of their windows.
That's very strange. Um, so my heart disease, from what I understand, is a bit more severe than my mom's. I have more problems and complications. So she has a different kind of device. The CRTD is a 3-wire device. So that's why I said, like, most people, like, when you hear them, they'll say, I got a pulse maker, right? Or they'll say, I got a defibrillator. Mine has 3-wire. So I have 3 wires. One of them is a pulse maker, one of them is a defibrillator, and the other one is a pulse generator. So I have to have a pulse generator because the left side of my heart does not beat correctly with the right side of my heart. So the pulse generator is only connected to the left side of my heart to shock that into sync. Yeah. No, but when I go to my cardiology appointments and they put this thing on it that controls it, they will do stuff to like speed up my heart, and they'll do it to like speed it up to a rate that's very uncomfortable. Like, it's hard for me to sit still. It's so uncomfortable. So like, but no, like, was probably asleep when they were doing a lot of like the initial shocking or whatnot, you know, like I was probably during surgery that they did a lot of certain stuff.
Dear Mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I found out that Julia is pregnant. Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. You'll see that her tummy is growing. Martha. What? I'm not pregnant. Why is everything becoming even more confusing? I'm searching for an explanation, but instead I'm left with more questions. Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good?
And I see the cardiologist
Romola,
next
15th
week.
of July, 1944. Dear Mrs. Irene, I'm writing to let you know that all is well here at the villa. Thank you for being so considerate and caring. I apologize for the simplicity of the housing you were forced to live in. I also locked the room where the little one used to stay as requested. I've left you the key. It is the one with the pink keyring. Try to stay safe. Best regards, Nanny. Why on earth did Mummy have that door locked? It was my room. What is she trying to hide?
Not always once a month. It just kind of depends on what's going on and what they want to look at and what's going on with my blood work. And then like the
cards. Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future, and I pretended to predict hers. The future was always good for everyone.
I'm waiting for this.
Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future, which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with. But deceiving oneself is sometimes necessary. How can we live happily otherwise?
I kept thinking the dialogue was going to be over. And then she'd start another sentence. Yes, I kept stopping.
This is Mummy's jewellery. She wears them every day. Even though Daddy says it's impractical and dangerous to show signs of wealth these days. As usual, she doesn't want to listen to reason and ends up arguing with Daddy until he goes to play war, as she says.
Okay. Alexa, stop. I will be right back. And then I'm going to do a tarot reading. Yes. It is definitely a feature in the game. I do not do daily tarot readings for myself. I used to. I have a few decks, but I don't do that stuff anymore, really. Yeah. I mean, that's not quite how it works, though. I mean, I used to do them. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Got tarot cards, shuffle.
solution is still far away. I must be patient and wise. But luck is not on my side, unfortunately.
I'm doing this really cute picture. Well, I guess I wouldn't call it cute, but I'll just send it to you when it's done. But I'm doing one of those reverse colorings or ink tracings of roses. Hoping I can get it done at some point today, or at least a good majority of it. I started it, I think I did. I think that was last night. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I'm meticulous and I take my time. So I enjoyed them because of that.
It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room? The Superior Commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbors bandits and or protects them and provides them with clothing and or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot.
Well, if you need recommendations for alcohol markers or something, like, I definitely like know of like good brands, but like they're not cheap, that's for sure. You know, I use Artex and Ohuhu and Cali Art. Yeah, Ohuhu is pretty good. Yeah.
Italian workers in Germany. The following rules are in place for workers who voluntarily work in Germany. A commitment of a maximum period of 1 year before returning to Italy.
The big pack of Ohuhu, the big huge 300 something, that one is like 200 something dollars. You know, so the people at the big packs, they've spent, yeah, I have, what pack did I get? Do I have? I don't know. My pack's over 100, but it's not like the full set or anything. But that's because I have, like I said, I have Ohuhu, Artex, and Cali Art. So I have multiple brands that are good. But if you don't want to spend the money on Ohuhu, then I would recommend Cali Art or Sophia. And I can send you links to those. I can text you those if you're interested.
War rages on the Eastern Front. An attack launched by the Soviets after hours of cannonade. The fight on this front has been going on for a long time. Fighting in Normandy. Victorious Germanic counterattack on the road from Perrières to Carentan. Pont Heber reconquered north of Saint-Lô. Many US losses caused by the flying bomb action.
That was very weird. Okay, so what is our objectives? Find the keys. There's no objective to that, okay. But I need to go develop some film. I need to take a photo of Martha. So let's take a photo of Martha first.